Planetbase is a pretty old game, but it's a game I find myself keeping, like, I keep coming back to. And I just started another stint this last round, played for a couple hours. Have this nice big base, but the reason that this game keeps me coming back is the ability to build things inside of mountains. I have no idea why this is the most compelling, like, thing for me to do, but to, like, build things inside of mountains like that. Like, one of my favorite is to... hold on, let me get that. One of my favorite things is to build, like, residential areas inside of the middle of a mountain. I don't really know why I like this so much, but it's hard to do. The game, like, actively tries to block you from doing it. So, like, if I wanted to, say, place a residential thing inside here, you're not even allowed to do it. You're not even allowed to place it, like, all that close to the mountain. Like, it stops you there. It's even further if you have a larger thing, like a residential pod. Like, it doesn't, like, you can go a little bit into the mountain. But there's really three tactics that I use in order to build inside of mountains. And the first one is just general squashing. And so you can sometimes get a little bit more space extra by just squashing the mountain down by placing these pads and just kind of getting a little bit more room for yourself. And that sometimes will cut it if you're just trying to build at the edge of something where you can't quite fit something. You can just go put another, like, pad down in order to fit it. The next one that is kind of interesting and useful is the ability to go get rid of that. Is the ability to kind of cut into mountains by placing things that would place, like, little oh, come on, can I not place that there? Well, okay, so it turns out that the strip that goes between an object and the other thing is also something that can pat down. And you can use this in conjunction with mines to get some really, really powerful, like, block up stuff going. So actually I think I can do this now. Yeah, so you can see that it blots it down. And once you get mines involved, you can really start making a lot of progress. So I'm going to see if I can get this fixed right here, and probably going to time-lapse this a little bit. But as you can see, like, I can make a cable there. Cables don't actually cut that much. So if I go place this here, and I try to put a cable between, it does eat up a little bit of the area, and sometimes that'll be enough to actually get done what you need to get done. Most of the time it won't. But if you start placing things like a pad, and then you use it in conjunction with a mine, that becomes absurdly powerful. So, like, now the mine is built partially into the hill, and we can place that, and now we've reclaimed a lot of room. Now, there's still a problem with this, and you'll see this a little bit later. You can't be too greedy with this approach, because people and the bots and the AI pathfinding will get really confused, and you'll end up having people run out in the middle of nowhere for basically nothing because they can't place the item down. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go into some turbo time, and I'm going to place a bunch of these mines. I'm going to eat away this mountain here so that I can use this land in order to kind of fill in extra stuff. Because, like, the way I have it right now is I have my workers here and I have my engineers here, but I really want to be able to have another 2 engineering things here, some oxygen generation, and some residential. Which, by the way, a huge part of this game is actually organizing your base in a way to make the people's paths efficient. That's how you get 600 or more people to efficiently work. And so, oh yeah, by the way, you can place mines even if it's inside of a thing a little bit further. So that really kind of helps you open up a lot of the area that way. So let's see here. One other major note is that it's actually most effective to place smaller items rather than larger, which is counterintuitive, but the rule is effectively, I think it's the area underneath of the object, regardless of its size. So, like, I can get this much closer to the wall than I can, say, like, a big thing. Like this here, I can't get that any closer. So I can get a lot more done by using, like, little pads instead of big pads. One major note is that if you stop like this and you like exit the game, it'll undo all of your progress. It does not save the mountain being down, it only saves structures. So be careful not to like do a bunch of work and then log out and be like, oh no, where did my stuff go? One other major note about this technique is it only works in areas where you can kind of take off a bite of something. So for instance, something like over here, it's much kind of harder to kind of dig into the mountain, or something like here, it's virtually impossible because it's not like a protuberance of the mountain, it's only kind of inside. So it's particularly difficult to eat away at mountains where you can't get a sort of like inside scoop like we did there. I think we're about tapped here. So one of the things I'm going to do is just make sure that I have plenty of range. I do. Don't have to worry about meteors in there. And yeah, I'm going to start placing some things in there. So one is, I know I'm already short on oxygen in this area. I know I need to build another robotics facility. Huh. Okay, and this little thing right here will be a residential thing inside of a mountain. I think one of the compelling things is that I just imagine sleeping inside of one of these if it's inside of the mountain, and it being nice and quiet, unlike the rest of the base. I mean, I know that that's not how this game works, but it still makes me feel better. Like, I'm pretending to do something. Can we put something inside of this area here? Something neat? Is there like a box? So one of the things you'll notice is that the guys actually sometimes have to go up the mountains in order to get to things. And that can be troublesome, like right here. Because if they go too high, they actually can't get, yeah, like that, they can't get to where they're going. So you just kind of have to hope that they approach from the right direction. Because now he's just so confused. Try placing it just a little bit different. Maybe they can get to that. Boom! He made it. Okay. A lot of times you'll end up having just situations where you cannot actually drop the things where they need to go. Some of the houses are starting to come to fruition. We'll actually just start loading the cabins up. One of the nice things in this game, I don't know if you know this hack, is you just hold shift while you place all the things, and it auto lines things up to where they can go to be optimally spaced. Which, one of the caveats that's really annoying is that it doesn't actually do it optimally the way that you would expect, but whatever. Concerned here. I don't know why this is not getting produced. That could be a problem. Actually, I think we just do this, it'll be fine. So the problem that we run into is there's an order of operations issue where we actually have to build this one first and then this one, and then we can build the cabin. Otherwise, the bots can't get in to actually do the work they need to do. Heck yeah! Just landed that last one. Time to hope that the constructor robot can get to it. Yes! Okay. Now I have that one, and we just gotta put in the last little bit here. Little oxygen thingy. Alright, it looks like we are just about done. That is what it's going to look like. It's going to have this, and so we're just about done. Looks like I'm just going to save it, and then we're going to load it, and hopefully the mountain will be surrounding our little cabins. Just going to click continue. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at those peaceful cabins deep in the mountains. Nestled away, all nice and quiet. People will get a nice night of sleep. Okay, that has absolutely no bearing on this game, but it's still, I don't know, I think it looks really pretty. Having the little things deep inside the mountain.